It's gonna be loud again, just warning you. Okay. Hopefully it's not too terribly loud. How's that, CG? I see you're in here. There we go. Move that over. The only problem is that chat's going to not be seen much if I set it up like that. There we go. Alright. Yeah, and the music is a lot more, yeah, there are words. We'll just leave it at that. Oh, it sounds so much worse. Okay, so he's given us the crystal ball. Yeah, Uncle always guarded it very carefully. Oh, hey, Uncle. At last, nephew, you have come. You and you alone can complete my life's work, and you know what? I've already been through this once. I'm going through the graveyard first, like I did last time, because I really don't want to go back into the pyramid right now. Alright, so through powerful magic, aka the Waxworks, will be entering into the world to take out the evil twin that belongs to Beelzebub, I guess, in order to save our twin in present day. Because apparently we're the only one that can do this. I mean, the graphics are still pretty good for its time, though, you have to admit that. Also, sorry, but I gotta take this sling off. Jesus. Also, that dude is ripped as fuck, okay? We are not doing that. Alright, so let's get started, shall we? Okay, examine. Alright, the story here is that there's a necromancer that took over a church and a graveyard. He established an undead as the Baron, and one night a gravedigger, who happens to be the necromancer's brother, came back to the graveyard because he misplaced his shovel. That's literally the only reason why he's there. God, can you imagine just being a lowly gravedigger and you misplace your shovel? So you go back into the graveyard and then this is what you face. I also noticed the DOS version is a little bit slower, it seems. Alright, that poor bastard. Good pixel art ages well today, it's just another art form. That's true. I mean, the backgrounds to this are amazing. Also, if it sounds like I'm just sitting here going, it's because my arm is still bothering me, and I've been having issues with it all day. So yeah, because ScumVM, which is still a good program, don't get me wrong, it's just I don't know what the deal was with why it did what it did. God, are you gonna be one of those zombies that's gonna take forever to kill? Also, this freaking music. Like, the Amiga version sounds so much better. But at least this works. Oh my god, die already! Just die. Please. No, you're not stuck in a loop, otherwise it'd say so. Ah, 3 years later. Sadly, the sound priority issues same music, but it plays some sounds louder than others by default. Actually, I did a little bit of reading on that. It had to do with the sound font that DOS uses over Amiga. Oh my god! Jesus Christ, 3 years later. Okay, so you see there's my test games. That was just bad. DOSBox is a solution in a pinch, so if you find something better for Amiga, go for it. I mean, there is the good old games version, which I'll probably end up picking that up eventually. But I don't know if it's any different than this. I know it would be supported, that's for sure. Alright, go inside, open. Hiya, buddy. You are not Vladimir. Who? Necromancer Vladimir, cursed his undead soul. He keeps us alive in here against our will and uses us for his sadistic pleasure. You do not serve him, though. No, I've never even met him. Thou art fortunate indeed, for in you he would be especially interested. The fifth's body I see, but the last spirit dwells within. How do you know so much about me? We two, and the others here, are but the reincarnations of the same person. We have all battled against our evil brothers at one time. It is you, however, who is destined to defeat the curse once and for all. We have tried many times in our former lives. All of us have failed. You must succeed and free the whole family of evil. This nice music just sounds more techno. Kinda. Are you the Druid my uncle spoke of? I am that Druid. One of the sons of the man who originally incurred the witch's wrath. The legend that your uncle told you of when you were younger is true. I have existed as Druid for the last 400 years, and I want nothing more than revenge on Vladimir and an end to the curse. How are you imprisoned here? Vladimir is one of the evil twins. As is the way with them, he demands power, and intends to obtain it through the black art of necromancy. He sent his zombie slaves far and wide to recover the bodies of the good twins so he could make them suffer. He resurrected us from the grave and bound us here so we may never experience the peace of true death. Each day he comes down here to play with us and gloat over our suffering. Hi, Imagination Artist. How are you doing? Vladimir is very powerful indeed. He's unaffected by the normal passage of time and is magically shielded against all non-magical attacks. Much as we would like to make him pay for the humiliation he has heaped upon us, we are trapped in the physical plane in these rotting, useless bodies. Yeah, so, Imagination Artist, I don't know how much you've seen of my playthrough so far, but I had to restart it. I'm okay, other than I had to restart my Waxworks playthrough because it glitched out on Scum VM. And so I went to download the new version and it blanked all of my saves. So I have to start all over. How can I lift the witch's curse? I don't know how the curse can be broken, and I fear this task to be impossible. In order to defeat it, it must never have been set in the first place. You must somehow journey back to my land and kill the witch before the curse is pronounced. That is the only way to rid us of it forever. How could I possibly go back to your time? The same way you got here, through one of your uncle's waxworks. First, though, you must defeat the 4 twins whose spirits have been captured in the waxworks. Only then will your brother be sufficiently weak that he will no longer be able to prevent your entry to the waxwork. Is there any way I can help you? You are no master of magic. You must enlist the assistance of a spellcaster to remove the binding. Also, in order to make use of our power, you must channel us into the crystal ball with your uncle until we have dealt with Vladimir. Part of your playthrough I've seen was when you were wandering around the pyramid. Yes, I hate that stupid pyramid. I hate it so much. I had gotten to the end of it, and I missed a wait. Just one wait. That was from the very first room. So I went to backtrack to get it off stream because I didn't want to waste any more time on stream with it. And the whole thing glitched out. And I could not backtrack at all. So, and because it blanked my saves when I got a new version of Scum VM, yeah. So here I am, starting over. And the new version of Scum VM, it crashed like halfway through the graveyard, so not even halfway, it was like just a few steps in and it just died. Okay. You come to torture us once more, Evil One. Or once again. Evil One. Try to trick us not, spawn of Satan. Do your worst, but remember that you'll never break our spirits. I'm not who you think I am. Who can you be then, Evil One? Who is this that looks like the Evil One, sounds like the Evil One, and even smells like the Evil One? I think I'm his brother. After all this time, Druid foretold of your coming. You must be the one he spoke of. He prophesied the coming of the one who had the face of evil, but the spirit of good. You'd best talk to him that lies in the leftmost coffin. Farewell. Alright, and then this guy in here for some reason just doesn't say anything. And yeah, I'll go ahead and show the death in this one. Okay, CG, get ready for that death counter. Suddenly a pair of ghostly hands punch their way through the base of the coffin. The hands grasp your neck in an icy grip of death. You are dragged relentlessly into the coffin, your body choked of life. Play again. Alright, so I'm going to save again outside here. Because something I did not do last time was show off the very gruesome graveyard death. Okay. That was death number 1. Alright, hit me, buddy. Oh god, that sounds horrible. That sounds horrible! I wonder how long it's gonna take him to kill me. And there's the gruesome graveyard death. That's disgusting. That's the danger music. It goes if you fight. Yeah. But why does it sound like a bunch of wet farts? That's my question. What the hell? Death 2, it sure went for the good bits. That was gruesome. I will agree with that. Zombies fart a lot. Well, I mean... that's not wrong. Why is there more coming up? What's going on? So I'm gonna set that up there so that way I'm not in danger of knocking it off. I have my mouse propped up in such a way so that way I can sit here and do this without reaching across the desk. Found the spawn point. Something. Examine them, it says they're familiar, so they're all people you know in this lifetime. Really? Zombie whose facial features seem strangely familiar. Huh. I like how their heads all fly off when they die. None of them except for this guy right here, actually, they don't look very old. I mean, this guy does kind of look like he has some age to him, but that could just be because his face is sunken in a little bit. Bitch. the arm, not that. Oh boy, this is gruesome. Oh hey, there's that one lady. Badly mutilated body of a girl. Search. And human heart's still warm to the touch. Sorry, lady. Yeah, this does feel like it goes a little bit slower than the version I played on Scum VM. It's like twice I've hit my keyboard now. Yeah, I hope nobody minds, but I'm seriously just going to use a walkthrough on the pyramid level because I really hate the pyramid. I hate it so much. Fuck the pyramid, exactly. Like, I mean, it's a challenge. It really is. But it just got to the point where we spent, I think, about 5 hours in there, and I had to backtrack and the game bugged. So, to be fair, up until that point, I did it fairly legit. I mean, I did have to... I take that back. There was a couple things I had to look up, but... At least I know now what not to do. Don't mind? Okay. Awesome. Are you gonna be another one of those zombies that's gonna take forever to kill? I believe it was 3 hours. I know there was, I don't know, I'm gonna have to go back over the other streams. Because, the first stream I did of this, I got through the graveyard just fine, but that pyramid, though. Not to mention the times I've died on accident. Zombie. Zombie, please. I don't really have anything funny to add right now just because of how ridiculous this is. Zombie, please. Screw you, game. The thing is, though, is we've not reached the church yet. Also, how badass is this gravedigger for just going through with just a sickle and killing all these zombies? The thing is, though, is, given what he looks like in the panel there, he almost looks like a priest and not a gravedigger. Alright, there are a couple of other deaths coming up, by the way. Punch the head off, but you can't rip the arms. I like the fact that you can punch their heads off. I think the Gravedigger story was that cover, since nobody would believe the curse thing. I would agree with that if it wasn't for the fact that your character kind of wasn't aware that Vladimir was his brother. That's my only argument against that. Shoot, what was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was gonna contact my uncle. How may I assist you? Can you cast a spell to free Druid? I may be able to remove the magical bonds that bind his spirit to his body. Before I can attempt the spell, however, I shall need an absorbent material as the ingredient. It will suck the energy from the magic and deactivate it. How can I assist you further? Okay, tips for this place. That or this gravedigger was savvy and got himself some religious swag. It's possible. I would advise you make a map of it, as the layout of the stones could be confusing. Watch out for getting stuck in a corner. See, this is what gets me. CG, you were just telling me, I think it was last night, that the same team, there were two teams that developed the levels on here, and the same team developed the graveyard and the pyramid. And the graveyard, in my opinion, is super easy. The pyramid, on the other hand, is like a whole nother level of hell. Can you help me against the zombies? I'm afraid I can be a little use against them magically, as there are a few spells which can harm a zombie. I can offer you some advice for combating them, however. Find something sharp to use as a weapon. Zombies are very difficult to kill, but they can be immobilized. If you chop their arms off first, they will be unable to attack you whilst you finish them off. Okay, and can you heal my wounds? It can make you a very powerful healing spell, but I shall require a fresh human heart to do it. At least we're in the right place to find one. Do you wish for me to heal you now? Not yet. Contact me again if you wish for healing. Okay. Because if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this right. Alright, zombie gauntlet time. Maybe they decided to make the pyramid bigger because the enemies don't respawn. You know, that's actually a really good point. I hadn't really thought about that. That would make the most sense. But still, fuck that pyramid. How would he even get the human heart if he isn't a crystal ball? The crystals... The crystal ball is supposed to be magic somehow. That's all I know about it. Your uncle is just like, hey, you're gonna break this curse on the family, so here's this magic crystal. I can talk to you through it. Because I'm awesome. I don't know. They just overdid... Yeah, they did overdo it. A lot. I mean, to be fair, I think they had fun designing the pyramid level. Because it did really kind of seem like they did. At the same time, though, there is such a thing as overdoing it. That's exactly what they did. You have the heart against the crystal ball to get the magic on it. Oh god, if I'm not careful, I'm gonna actually die right here. Then again, I don't think I necessarily have to be full or low in health for the next deaths to work. I think that's an appropriate title for this one. You rub the heart against the crystal ball to get the magic on it. Yes, nephew, I see those are ventricles. Oh god, don't die. I have 92 HP, apparently. You know what? That's okay. I like how the zombies still keep trying to swing at me, even though they have no arms. Alright, we will save before we do anything. Because I'm going to show you the next death. So this is what happens if you just don't do anything. kind of looks like Tom Hanks. Am I the only one that sees that? Okay. Steak. The spread dew is the spell ingredient. It will suffice for the disenchantment spell. You must take me to the coffin room in order for me to do it. Yeah, 3. That's death number 3. Again, though, on purpose. But I told you to count those anyway. I swear though, our character kind of looked like Tom Hanks there for a second. I hope I'm not the only one that sees that. He does! Yeah, I know! Makes me wonder, did they use him as a reference or something? I mean, it's very possible they could have. I mean, what was it? One of the DDR games, they actually used a picture of Reese Witherspoon and heavily photoshopped it for one of the backgrounds. I want to say it was for the song Afronova, but I don't know if that's right or not. Oh, cripes. This is probably easily my favorite stage on here, and it's the one that they just... I swear to God, it's just so short. Which, I mean, there's no crime in it being short. I just feel like if they would have, taken some of the length off of the pyramid stage and put it on here, then it wouldn't have been as bad. But I also have not been in the London stage or the mine yet. There's no response from the rotting corpse. Okay. Cast a spell now. Yes. As you can see, they're all in there now. How do I stop Vladimir? Once you have located him, you must physically touch him so that the spirits may pass through you into him. Once there, although not able to kill him, they will be able to render him harmless. Alright. Yes, harmless. Every time the music changes like that, I worry that a zombie just popped up behind me. Although I do wonder what this game would look like if it got a remake. He made his zombies armless. I need the rim shot sound effect Joe says. Or maybe not. It's kind of his thing. Hi, buddy. Which he uploaded a chunk of that Oregon Trail video. There are no words. There really aren't. The bad chunk. I mean, it wasn't really that bad, I guess, but no, my conniption that I had with it, though, was just the fact that somebody was trying to turn it into a meme, and I didn't appreciate that. Mainly because I didn't know the kid. It's like... The thing with memes, I mean, I could be meme trash sometimes, but I don't know. I just feel like it can be overdone way too easily. I mean, that's just like I watch Vine Sauce, and I think it sometimes annoys. Well, I wouldn't say annoy, but like I know when people use the granddad meme a lot, it's just kind of like, okay, use it when it would actually be funny. You know, don't just use it to be using it. You know what I'm saying? Wait, did I just get turned around? Yeah, I did. Okay. What is it Joel says? Ironic meme trash. Statue of some religious figure or other. There appears to be grease around the neckline. Grease would appear to lubricate some sort of mechanism. The twist around and you hear a soft click. Alright, before we go in here, I'm gonna save, because I'm gonna show you the next death. Jurek tells me that Vladimir is near. When you see him, you must touch him so that the spirits can travel into his body and destroy him. Now, basically, we're just not going to do anything. That lightning, you. Our eyes are really blue, apparently. Okay. Open the damn door. Wrinkly Tom Hanks. Yeah. Alright. Death count 4. Hey, buddy. Boop. That never stops being funny, by the way. Well done, sir. The master was most insistent that I make sure you do not delay in your task. Force the shove pushes it backwards. Alright, we're gonna call this save the hub. Because